Hey everybody, Justin with Lucky8 Off-Road, and today I've got a good one for you. I'm going to show you how to install the new caliper kit that we have for the Defender that allows you to run 18-inch wheels. Don't get too excited. You need to contact us first and make sure that your VIN is compliant to do the caliper swap. But if you are, like this lucky truck, I'll show you how to remove the old calipers, put on the new ones, and more importantly, get around the Defender's AI. Because if you want to do the calipers and you don't have the Rover computer, it's going to constantly keep locking them on you and you won't be able to take them apart. Also, critical, pay attention to this. If you let the fluid run too low and the car is on, it will go into a panic mode, and then you're going to need to really flush the fluid out, and I suggest taking it to the dealer to have them do it. So pay attention. It's not a hard job. It's just a caliper swap, but there's a couple of critical things you want to watch out for. Cue the intro, and we'll move to the next step. All right. Underneath the passenger seat is the battery. We want to find that, and we want to loosen this nut right there so that the terminal will come off. You need to leave the terminal on for now. We got to get in the driver's seat and start the car. Pull that terminal. Be very careful. It's the ground, but we don't want to touch it against anything hot. Get that out of the way. Now you can shut the car off.
System shutting down.
That's right. And it will stay in neutral for you when you open the driver's door. All right, with the car now, I've got it up in the air, the power's off. We're going to need to take out the electronic e-brake motor. It's held in with that electronic clip up top, and two of these Torx right here. We'll get that off and move to the next step. With the e-brake motor disconnected, next thing I like to do is loosen this up. That is the brake line feed to the caliper. I don't want to get it loose enough that it'll fall off. I just want to crack it loose so when this caliper is off, it's easy to take apart. Then we're going to move to these two caliper bolts right here. We'll get the caliper off, and then I'll hang it on my hook. Here we go. Here we go. We've got the new caliper. We've got the caliper, our e-brake motor. It only can fit one way. So we're going to put that in place. Just want to be careful to align the gears. And as I always say, don't force. Boom. Lined up. Put our little Torx back in. Okay, I'm going to tighten that down off of, off camera. You don't need to see that, but I want to point out another thing. We're going to fill this with brake fluid. I pull this out and then I fill it up, and that way we've got a better chance of not getting any air in the lines. Makes life easier. So we're going to prime this caliper. Hyperspeed. We've got our caliper full of fluid. This bolt is ready to go. I've pinched off the brake line. We don't want to let any of the fluid run out. Normally, I have somebody help me with this, but for this video and this video alone, I'm going to struggle, and you at home can laugh. Oh, look at me struggling already. Somebody in the shop took my ratchet. Okay, super careful. You want to make sure both washers are on the bolt. Sometimes they tend to stick to the caliper. Get rid of this caliper for now. Got our new upgraded caliper. Oh, see, I told you it'd be a show. I'm going to struggle. Want to keep it nice and level so the fluid does not come out. Let me go. Best part about brake fluid is it's so slimy. Oh boy, struggling. There we go. Told you I'd struggle, folks. All right, there we go. That didn't take long. It's way easier if you have some help. All right, I'm gonna throw this all back together, basically do everything in reverse, get the caliper mounted up, everything in place, take off our hose clamps, don't leave anything in there. Then we're going to move, actually I'm not even gonna bother showing that. We're gonna bleed the brakes. If you don't know how to bleed the brakes, you shouldn't even be this far along in the build. So we're gonna bleed the brakes and push way more fluid through than you think. If the computer sees air in there, it panics. So you want to make sure we get all the air out. Then we'll put the battery back on, start the car up, and life will be good. Okay, put the battery terminal on, tighten up that bolt, and give the vehicle a start. There we have it. Everything is good, no problems. I would actuate the parking brake a couple times just to make sure. There we go. Holds the vehicle. Life is good. There you have it. Brake job done. Guys, having a look at this video, you should know whether or not you feel comfortable doing it. Again, the dealers can do them for you. Independent shops out there can do it for you. That's kind of all I got on this one. Next time we see this truck, it's going to be out in Moab, so I'm going to get some really good photos of it rolling on some new 18-inch wheels. I'm all done for the day, so I'll see you guys in the next one.